2016 is underway, and maybe you're looking for some new ways to keep track of your finances.
And maybe you just don't want to do 2 for 2 or 5 for 4 or whatever.
5 for 4.
Exactly. So today we have our money expert with some things you should do right off the bat in the new year.
Bruce is here. Bruce Helmer, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and I like that 5 for 4. That sounds good to me.
Oh, it makes me mad.
I eat more than you do.
That's fair. Okay, so the first part of the year, everyone's kind of doing New Year's resolutions. We're thinking about maybe ways we want to start 2016 off right, and you have some great New Year's tips for finances.
Yeah, a couple things. You know, this is a time of year where we set goals, but whether they're personal goals, work goals, fitness goals, financial goals, it's a good time to take inventory. And we always talk to our clients about setting goals based on your core values, but even setting goals, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. So we tell people, write it down, check in from time to time. It's been statistically proven, if you have a plan, if you write it down, you're more likely to achieve it than if you just tell yourself in your head. And also try to be as specific as you can and be realistic. To have a goal to say, I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, what's the timeline? You know, but so that's not real.
For sure.
But to say I could save $100 a month or $200 or whatever, that's a palatable, reasonable goal that you can track and make sure that you're
design an action plan.
Yeah.
And get to work.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have a portfolio that maybe this is a good time to take a look at. Is everything where it should be?
So many people that do things on their own, and that's okay if they do. I'm not going to do a commercial for financial advisors. But if you're doing it on your own, many people that do that do what we call buy and hold. They invest in their stocks or their bonds and their mutual funds, and they hold them for 10 or 15, 20 years. It's a good idea to look at your portfolio and make sure it's still doing what you intended it to do. And if you wanted a certain percentage in a certain sector or asset class, do you still have that same percentage? And if you don't, rebalance and make some changes. We all know we want to buy things when they're cheap and sell things when they're high. So look at your portfolio. Do you have some gains that you can harvest? Do you have some other things that you think prices have gone down and they're a good time to put more money there? We call it rebalancing the portfolio.
You also say that this is a great time to maybe review your estate plans, some insurance plans that you have, especially if there was a major life change last year. You might need to reevaluate that for this year.
That's a great point. We all tend to put these things off. You know, someone says, well, I have a will, but you drafted it 10 years ago. You probably need to make some updates. And the other thing that we see a lot beyond even legal documents, the investments that you do have, whether it's an IRA or what we call a non-qualified account or non-IRA, do you have that ownership structured the way you want? Is it individually owned, jointly owned, and does it have beneficiaries, or what we call PODs or TODs, payable upon death or transferable upon death? And is that set up the way you want? If you did it years ago and your life has changed and you didn't check, right? So it's a great time of year to check all that stuff.
Bruce, let's quickly talk about taxes, because we could probably, maybe we should next week do a whole segment on this. But what are some things people should be doing right now to get ready?
I think the big thing, you know, for 2000, we're at a crossroads. There's still some things we can do for 2015, but yet we're in calendar year 2016. So remember, for 15 yet, you can still contribute to IRAs or health savings accounts. It's not too late. You have until April 15th or until you file your tax return.
Sounds
Great.
good.
Bruce, awesome advice to start off the new year. You can see Bruce right here on Mid-Morning each Tuesday and get more financial advice on his show, Your Money, on WCCO Radio. Tune in Sunday mornings from 8:30 to 9:30.